What's good, everybody? Craziest thing in the description below. I'll let you check out the video, but let's talk about it. In this information below in the description, the link, you'll see that there's a gentleman, this black man, and he's with a black woman, and he's actually walking her around on a leash. And part of the reason I want to talk about this is to tell the reality of individuals involved in this kind of work and what they do from a very cultural perspective. We already know the perspective that was enforced on us through music and different things, and individuals who have enough money where they don't have to do these type of things to get money. They just do it for image and to look cool because they think it's cool, and they know that's what a lot of the male population in my youth and my age bracket looks at, and for some reason idolizes. I don't know why, but they do it. But let me keep it real about this. First off, this guy has one prostitute on a leash. He's walking down the middle of the street, and she's trying to look good. He's trying to sell her to make money. First off, I want to talk about, if you're a man and you're healthy, you have the ability to work on your own too, even hustle on your own too, and you're kind of using someone else to get up on, and you have the ability to, but you're taking what they got, you're a P.O.S. You're a piece of shit. It's that simple. It's not no left or right way around it. You're able to do something for yourself, but you need to work off of another person's 2 feet to become somebody, to keep a foundation, to be something. And that just means you're not worth anything. You're useless. That means you're another body that needs supported. And that's different than if someone has a disability or someone's just not in good health and they need assistance. You don't need assistance. You don't need help. You're using someone else because you want to fund your own fun without actually have to put in the footwork. And you're garbage if you live your life that way. And that's just a fact. It's no left or right. It's not even an opinion to it. If you are a grown man or a grown woman and you aren't getting it on your own too when you can, you're garbage. That's just all to it. Unless there's something prearranged or you have some agreement or you're married, because there's a bond in there that's legal, so a person just can't use you. But when it's a girlfriend, boyfriend thing, acquaintance thing, it's just you're trash. That's just the end of it. And also, if you're a pimp, all right, and this guy's saying he's a pimp, what's really messed up in the video is the guy asks if she have her shots because he got her on a leash, and he kind of doesn't even defend it. He's just like, whatever. And I'm going to get into that. But as far as like him being a pimp, if you need to put a leash on one woman, okay, you're not a pimp. You're not a pimp. And that's the crazy thing to me, is that some of these dudes think they're pimps and they got one girl and they're just abusing her, beating her. That's not a pimp. Selling one girl's not a pimp. A real pimp got a stable. A real pimp got a bunch. So he's not worried about one specifically. He's worried about all of them. He has more than one way that he's able to come up. So if we're going to talk about a real pimp, that's a pimp. A pimp isn't walking one girl around on a leash saying you're the man. Like, that's garbage. You're a broke pimp. That's what a broke pimp does. That's not how a real pimp moves. Just if you didn't know, I'm just dropping some jewels if you didn't know that. Because a lot of dudes think they're doing things and they're not. And that's the craziest part. They go through the motions and they don't go through the motions the right way. So you're walking that one girl around on a leash that most people probably look at and want because you got that one girl on a leash. Nobody wants that. You're supposed to have a real stable to give somebody choices if you're any type of businessman. And that's the ideology behind a pimp. You're a businessman. And you ain't doing no business with that one. I'm sorry. That's why you ain't making no money. And you're probably beating her for it when you ain't making no money, because you're a broke pimp walking around this girl like she's the ish. And she's not. She's not. Even if you see in the video, you know what I mean? She's trying to look good for the camera and different things. She just looks disgusting on a leash. Like, no one's trying to do that. And the even crazier part that I'm about to get to is about black men and how at times we in our culture has influenced us. And I say we, not that I necessarily have the same thoughts, but I'm a proud black man and I always speak up about different things going on. So, we're going to get into it, our black women. And if you see how he's portraying our black women, walking them around, I even saw someone's comment like, oh, you should have had a white woman on a leash. No, it's about having a woman on a leash, period. If you got to do that, then you're not really a pimp because she doesn't respect you. That's another thing I don't get. Like, if you're a pimp, your lady respects you because she's going to respect you because she doesn't want to make you angry. You got to keep her on a leash, because if she ain't on a leash, she's going to get taken by someone else, or you're just going to be out pimped, and that doesn't make sense. If you're a pimp, your word is bond, and that's crazy, because that's what I used to know a pimp for. And now in this new generation, it's a lot of dudes going through the motions. That's why, I stick to myself, and I always had aspirations to do bigger things, because everyone goes through the motions. And then at the end of it, everyone's screaming for forgiveness, and it's not even worth it anymore. And it's crazy because he's treating this black woman like trash, when us as black men and our whole culture is about a come up. He's literally treating her like the slave masters used to treat our women and us in the past. And that's the most sickening thing. Like, this dude is definitely a shield to the environment that he was grown in. And that's the thing. It's different if you go through tragedy in your environment and you use that to progress. But this guy's still in the hood doing the same ish he's probably doing years before, and still ain't making no real money off of it, still looking broke. If you look at his outfit, that ain't no pimp outfit. If you look at her outfit, that ain't no prostitute outfit. You look like a 9-to-5 worker is going out trying to make it another way. And that's the craziest part about this video below. So when you check it out, like, look at those factors. It looks pitiful. It looks pathetic, the way, he's moving with his prostitute. And, I want to just give a direct talking to black men, you know what I mean? And not that I objectify anyone else, but as black men, this is what I mean, that we have to do better. Like, when we're out here and one of us is portraying themselves this way, and we're not really condemning this person, if we are giving an opinion, then we're just empowering them. This guy thinks he's doing it for real. Like, the dude video recording him, laughing with him, asking if she had her shots, he was really laughing along for real. Like, this dude's joking on you. He don't want what you got. He don't want a shot at that. Look at him. He looking at you like you crazy. And he just takes it as another day. Next customer. And that's the thing that has to end. We have to really look at ourselves and say, listen, he's exploiting this black female. And anybody who is not black that sees this is going to just make their conclusion about black people at that moment. Like, there's different situations. We make conclusions about other people because of situations all the time. Like, it's us as a nature's people that we build our conclusion and understanding. If we can't understand it in a reality sense, we make it a racial sense. And that's what's going on. Like, when they see crime and they see these different instances with pimps and different things. So we have to respect our own women before we get our women respected. And that's the thing about it. He's just totally disrespecting this woman. And if she has kids, which I'm certain most women that would be around her age, as she seems might, it's like these kids are going to see that. So they're going to see their mom on a leash. If she has a daughter, that's even worse, because now the daughter's growing up in that mentality and environment. So men like this, honestly, they just need to be dealt with the right way. You know what I mean? Either he's old enough and someone told him what he needs to do and he didn't listen, or someone needs to sit him down and talk with him. Because, I mean, he's an old head, but bruh's confused. He's very confused about life and what he needs to be doing. So, you know what I mean? As men, we are already told that we're going to work to the sweat of our brow to the day we die. You know what I mean? That's just a fact. You got to put in hard work to get where you're trying to go. And when you're trying to get it off the backs of others, that's when you lose everything. And that's the craziest part about this video. Because, bruh, he's just there with the camera, and I know he's sitting there laughing at what's going on, but it's really sad. It's a sad thing, and I'm pretty sure he felt that too. He's watching him walk away like, dang, look how he's doing the sister like that. Dang, in the back of his head, he's like, what's wrong with this dude? Like, I mean, go out there and get it off your own too. If you have a woman, you're supposed to work 50-50. That's supposed to be a unit. A woman's supposed to make a man stronger, especially a black man. Like, your black woman's supposed to make you stronger. It's not supposed to be something you exploit and objectify to pain and torture. Like, that don't make no sense. Especially when, after all we've been through with slavery and different things, all this guy's video is doing is encouraging a generation that we don't want. Encouraging us to move backwards. So if he wants to move backwards, somebody let him know to do it alone. He's doing it, and he's carrying our black women and things that matter with him, and the whole imagery itself. So that needs to end, because all rights reserved is about the respect of the human nature, the respect of human rights. And a lot of things that I see going on, it's not good, especially with this video. Check it out. Leave your comment. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What are your thoughts about this? Do you agree with him? Do you believe that he's bringing the race backwards? I want to know everything about what you guys think and how you feel about the situation, because this is going on somewhere else, even though we don't see it on video. So it's time for us to develop a view of what's going on, so we can develop an overall plan on how we're going to better everything that's going on around us as a culture. So this is a cultural effect. All respect to everybody involved with the video. Shout to World Star for that daily content. I also got daily content I put up, and I talk about news and different information that you guys find privy to your life, privy to your world. So tune in, share, like, subscribe. Most definitely hit that subscribe button, that like button down below. Rock with me. All rights reserved.